You will not be an NBA player one-on-one. In this video, I'm going to explain to you why you will never be an NBA player one-on-one. No matter how bad you might think this player is, trust me, he's a lot better than you are or that you will ever be. And that's not to diss you, because it's same goes for me, same goes for anybody you see at the local YMCA. Now, unless you're literally going to be getting drafted to the NBA, which is like a 0.03% chance, I'll get a little bit deeper into the numbers here soon, you will not be an NBA player, let alone a G League player or a Division I college player that's getting drafted to the NBA. And even in D1 college, only a very, very, very small percentage of them even make it. It's actually only 2.9% of NCAA men's Division I basketball players. So it's less than 1 in 35 that are getting to the NBA. And even then, that's not even guaranteed that they'll have a spot in the NBA that long, unless you know how great they actually are at the game of basketball. There is a significant skill gap between an NBA player and every other basketball player. You got the NBA players up here, everybody else is down here. You can't see my other hand because I'm not putting it in the camera, because that's how far the skill gap actually is. I'm gonna bring up some compilation of NBA players just absolutely smoking all their competition when it comes to just playing randos. So let's just take a look at a few of them.
Ooh. One. Whoa. Uh-oh.
Again, though. 40?
You tired, huh? Yeah, 40 push-ups.
Let's go!
So as I stated before, when it comes to the odds of making it to the NBA, so let me give you some little bit of statistics here. So in a high school senior, if he is eventually to be drafted by an NBA team, that's about 3 in 10,000, or about 0.03% that actually make it to the NBA. Now that is an absurd stat. 10,000 kids playing basketball, only 3 of them will get to the NBA. You got to think that the NBA only doesn't even have 500 players in the league. There's only 30 teams and 15 roster spots, and even then about only 9 players even get rotation time. The skill gap between the NBA and everybody else is just unparalleled. It's not even close. Think about the best player you've ever played against. Odds are they're not even close to making it to the NBA or even getting to the G League, let alone the NBA. Just to get in the league, you have to be in that 0.03% of the world. So for the people that think they're going to go and beat Cristiano Felicio, or people that are going to think that they could beat Brian Scalabrine, as a matter of fact, let's watch the Brian Scalabrine challenge, because I'm not sure if everyone's seen it, but I mean most people have. There was a challenge out there when Brian Scalabrine was actually a big meme in the NBA. People were challenging him to a one-on-one, legitly thinking that they were going to beat this man one-on-one. You know, an NBA player who also played at USC and averaged 20 a game. But anyways, let's roll the clip.
him in warm-ups. He can hit threes all day, but the question is, does he have the speed Does he have the quickness to take on the Vanilla Godzilla?
This is a guy with some Big East experience. Pac-10 versus Big East. Scalabrini versus Tomaszewski. Here we go, check ball.
Game on.
Tomaszewski. All right, the size difference is about a push. There goes Tomaszewski to the basket. The right hand hook falls.
How about that?
It is 1-0. Scalabrini facing a competitor, some Big East pedigree, some Boeheim coaching behind him. He goes for the two. Oh, and that is a brick.
That was
You can just tell Scalabrini knows his competitor. He's dressed him down. He's got the first defensive stop in him. Here goes Scal. He's not wasting any time. Elbows
Oh,
up.
how about that?
there
Uses
you
his
go.
body
All
to
right.
push Matt out of the way. The size of Brian Scalabrine as he goes in, and oh, how about that? Rookie mistake. Only somebody who played for Syracuse would make a mistake like that, as the White Mamba strikes once again.
How about the quickness from Scalabrini? Again, showing some quickness off the ball. A little elbow, some positioning.
Ooh.
Bank shot. It's 3-1. All right. Fatigue is playing a factor. It does
Already.
appear.
Oh, here comes Scal.
That's a nice spin move, and he hits
Excellent.
it. Now we're talking about a 7-2 game.
Where was that during Game 7 versus the Lakers?
And as you can see, he was playing former Division I players and just obliterating them. It wasn't even close. I mean, like, and one of the dudes, what was his name? Jake Frey, I think, or something like that. He was just on Rusty Bucket's channel, actually. And he was talking about this, about his matchup between him and Brian Scalabrine. He was a former, like, top-ranked high school. He was ranked in his state, like, top 25 and from, like, New England. And he played Division I basketball. So the dude is not a scrub. He's, like, one of the better players you'll see. And he didn't even score against Brian Scalabrine. It was 11-0. Like, it wasn't even close. And Brian Scalabrine is seen, you know, as one of the lower tier NBA players because he is. Like, it's just a fact that he was never really that good. But yet, someone like him was still easily able to kill all his competition. And then, you know, I rolled the clips earlier. You saw people like Kevin Durant easily dropping 60 buckets at Rucker Park, or 60 points, however many buckets that is. And then someone like Kyrie coming out. I mean, he's saucing people in the NBA. You don't think he's going to come out to the YMCA and sauce everybody? Like, of course he is. It's not even going to be remotely close. But then, you know, a lot of people in the NBA Twitter world and the, you know, NBA TikTok world saying that they're going to, oh, I can beat this guy one-on-one. Like, yo, no, you can't. No, you can't. I'm sorry. You probably can't even beat most of the people that go to your local gym one-on-one, let alone an NBA player. I don't think people truly understand how much better NBA players are than everybody else. It's literally not even close. Even the worst players in the league are still better than 99.9% of the human population. People need to realize how good they actually are. Like, anyone that's played some high-level basketball, you know, I've been fortunate enough to go to some places, and even, I mean, I've seen NBA games live up close. Like, you see the skill level, the size, the speed, the athleticism. And then I've actually been fortunate enough to play on the same court as a lot of D1 players, and they weren't even the highest. These aren't dudes that are going to Duke and Syracuse and, you know, all these big schools. These are guys that are just playing at your lower level D1 schools, and they were frying everybody. I had no chance of competing with them, you know, in the slightest, really. I was on the court being able to just contribute in ways that I would, passing the ball, hustling for rebounds, and playing my role, basically. But when you get to that next level, like, because there really is levels to this stuff, and I don't think people, like, honestly get it. Like, you going to play at the YMCA 3-4 times a week, or however many times you might play, is nowhere close to being good enough to beat anybody in the NBA, let alone the G League, any D1, any, like, even D2 colleges. Like, all these players, like the high level players, are literally so much better than anybody you see at your local park just hooping. Like, it's not even close. Like, for instance, people that want to say, oh yeah, I can shoot better than Shaq, though. Like, let me roll the clip of Shaq just shooting around here in a local shoot around.
Rebound, baby. Talking that shit to me. Hold on. Get your ass up out of here.
Ain't gonna make no comeback. You gotta get
Look around, these guys getting swept. go. So you know, before he can shoot and shoot and shoot.
I mean, he was just hitting everything. Like, what are you supposed to do? You know, like, the dude is 7'2", and you don't think he can shoot because he's in the NBA, but really, he just didn't need to shoot. Like, if he's in shoot around, most NBA players in shoot around are probably hitting, like, at least 50%. And that's, like, the worst shooters that are shooting, like, 50%. Like, if you go put up 50 shots and you make 25, you're really a great shooter. But odds are most people are not going to make 25 out of the 50. And then, you know, they say someone like Ben Simmons can't shoot, but I guarantee Ben Simmons is probably hitting like 25 out of 50 shots in shoot around because it's so easy for them. They're putting up thousands of shots a day. Maybe not all of them, but a lot of them do to try and perfect their craft. Putting up thousands of shots and they need to make hundreds or even thousands. Like, it's just the work ethic that they have and the dedication to the craft that they have is so far beyond what we've done in the world of basketball. You know, like the time that you put in for whatever your craft may be, and you might feel like you're top echelon in that, you might be, but odds are it's still nowhere even close to the level that not even just NBA players, just pro athletes in general. Like, there's a reason they make so much money. Like, it is so difficult to become a pro in pretty much anything, especially an athlete, especially in the top leagues in the world like the NFL, the NBA, MLB, whatever pro league it might be. You have to be literally the absolute best of the best, and there's nothing else to it. If you're not in that group, you will not get in the league. It's that simple. And then there's been people that fell into the league that a lot of people say, oh, he probably shouldn't have been there. Well, he still did something good enough to be able to get there. You don't just fall in the NBA. Like, it just doesn't happen like that. It never has and never will. And maybe some people weren't successful in the NBA, but they're still going to go to any court and destroy everybody. It's not close. So for anyone who thinks that they can be an NBA player, I'm telling you right now, it's not happening. I promise you, it will not even be close. I actually saw a meme the other day, a little meme, and I see if I could put it up here on the screen for you guys. It was, would you play Michael Jordan one-on-one? It was like you had to score 1 point out of 20 attempts, you get $1 million, or if you don't, you can never listen to music again, I think it was. You're not scoring, bro. I'm sorry. Like, if Jordan's gonna D you up and not let you, like, with the intentions of not letting you score, you will not get a bucket. Promise. But so I hope I was able to clarify for anybody who thought that they might be able to be an NBA player. Promise you, you won't. So, you know, anyone who thinks they can prove me wrong, go out there and challenge maybe the best basketball player you know, and let me see it. But, you know, other than that, it's not happening. So if you guys enjoyed, please remember to like, comment, subscribe. And it's your boy Jared from Hoop Network, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.